Your bio says that you were experimented on.
Are we on?
Genetically altered.
Are we on the air?
Are we on that?
Hello.
I still can't do it.
You want to host this today? Kind of exhausted after all the talking we've been doing.
I'll try.
No, I'll do it.
Too many topics.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Bounce around.
Follow my lead.
I'll do it for you.
Don't start with Bad Boys.
We're not even talking about Bad Boys 3.
We're not?
Okay.
No.
I'm mentioning it.
What are you, nuts? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I am here today, as always, as usually, as consistently, with Aaron and Teddy.
A little much for my liking, but good intro.
Ted?
I liked it.
How would you rate out of 10?
That intro?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Wow, 7.5. That's a good score for Ted.
Well, I really liked it in the beginning. Had a lot of promise, but I felt like the story just dragged on a little too much. Where I think the pacing.
You got bored?
Yeah, I think a little bit of editing. All right.
It was a Tarantino of openings.
Yeah. So
Everything went to shit at the end.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Well, we just got off of your engagement party. Congratulations, Ted.
Thanks. You guys have fun?
yeah,
You know what? As far as engagement parties go to, and I've only been to yours, pretty good.
It wasn't bad, right?
Open bar.
Good vibe.
Wine was good.
I fucking hammered.
Games are on.
Vibe could have been better.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit too celebratory. Tone it back, you know.
Yeah, we get it. You
Yes.
guys are getting
Let's save
married.
that for the wedding.
Don't rub it in everyone's faces.
Yeah, the
Yeah, we
game's
get
on.
it.
Taking
married.
pictures, you're hanging out.
Listen, I did not want those pictures. I am going to be overwhelmed for the wedding.
Oh yeah, it's when you're the center of the attention.
I hate
right?
it.
Yeah. I can't even do when people sing "Happy Birthday" to me. I'm like, let's
You know what
just
to do?
all.
Like, do you smile and look at everyone?
Right,
You
yeah,
just
it's-
sit there and look straight? Like, what do you do?
You handled it well though.
Thanks.
You're very composed in those situations. Except when you missed the game-winning shot in 8th grade basketball, but we won't talk about that.
Thanks.
Could have been a hero, Ted. A bunch of stories in the world of movies and TV and video games like we usually do on this podcast every week.
Mm-hmm.
Too many stories, some might
Too
say.
many stories?
Well-
Yeah. Got a lot of fucking stories.
We have two big stories, but we saved that for a separate video. So don't worry, all our Game of Thrones fans out there. We will be doing the Naomi Watts news and the Season 8 photo
I'm on
in a
that.
separate video. Yes, you are. A little tease, Ted. I like that.
Ted's face right now is like, holy shit, I am on that.
I'm so happy
We
right
just recorded it 5 minutes ago.
Honey?
I made it.
We made it!
Yeah, that's an extra special video. Gotta get the cameras out for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Show us in the stew.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, today we just let you guys know that you can follow us on SoundCloud, at iTunes, at the Nerd Soup Podcast, and send us your fan questions at nerdsoup for the number, the letter,
Not the
at
letter.
gmail.com. Or just tweet us.
I like this vibe a lot better than the Game of Thrones vibe.
It's very...
This is a lot more
You got to be
lax.
on point.
Yeah, this is a lot
This
more.
one, you're like, all right, I
this
mess
is more
up.
like-
It's funny, you make a joke. You mess up with Game of Thrones, you might die.
You could get kicked off.
You could, I don't know if you'll die, but you could get kicked off.
We'll up the stakes a little.
But today we're going to start with a story. It's a movie that we've all been anticipating for a long time. Years. Decades, some would say. Bad Boys 3.
Yes,
It's been confirmed. Martin Lawrence.
I knew you were happy about it.
Contract negotiations.
Are we really starting with that?
Dun, 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 dun,
Why not?
dun, 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 dun,
Bam,
dun,
bam.
dun, 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 dun. Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks, boy. Yeah, we're starting with that. Bad Boys 3.
That's the turning stone
was
of
like
this fucking this podcast right now.
3 or 4 on my rankings of importance for the news, but okay.
That's number 2 for me.
What's number 1?
I forgot the list of the podcast. I got the list that we're doing.
I only started with Bad Boys 3 because you liked it so much.
Yeah,
I hate Bad Boys.
Oh, that's upsetting. I
Well,
thought you were really pumped up for it.
I thought you were going to be more emphatic and enthusiastic and...
I am.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna take the lead,
You're
too.
telling me it's a number 2 story.
The Will Smith movie? That's my guy right there.
But
You
what's
are
Will
a
Smith,
big Will
Martin
Smith
Lawrence.
guy. Oops.
yeah, that is true.
The first 2 were good. I've only met one.
I don't remember.
I mean,
I-
odds are this one's gonna suck.
I don't remember the first. I
It's
do
been
remember a
so long.
scene. I think Martin Lawrence brings a girl back to Will Smith's apartment, and
Yes.
there's just pictures of Will Smith everywhere. And it's like, oh, I thought this was your apartment. It's like, no,
I
that's,
saved his life.
that's
a
my
bunch of
partner.
times.
Like, he saved my life. That's the only scene I remember. Oh, and the one when they go into the mansion and they're checking for rats. They're going as exterminators.
That's a funny scene.
And
I
the
don't
se-
even know where they're gonna go with this movie.
The scene where he brings his daughter, where his daughter brings the boyfriend over to the house,
Oh
and
my
Will Smith
God.
just absolutely loses his mind. That's really the only thing I remember. And who's that actress? Tia Leone. She was in.
Is she the white girl? That
Yeah, from the first one. I
Yeah.
think. No, was she in the first one or the second one?
she's in the first one.
I could not tell you the plot of any Bad Boys movie.
The first one, her friend gets killed by a Russian mobster, and then she goes into witness protection.
Sounds about right.
Is that Eva Mendes?
And Martin Lawrence and Will Smith got a protector.
I feel like Eva Mendes has to be in the third one. So
they
it feels
switch
like
roles.
a role for Eva Mendes.
Are we gonna dissect
No.
Bad Boys 1?
Nope.
No. Bad Boys Revisited after Game of Thrones.
What you revisited? Bad
I'll
Boys.
vlog it later.
Okay. Can we move on some?
Well, have you seen 1 and 2?
Do I think it's going to be good? Will Smith, I mean, he's one of the most recognizable movie
Underrated
stars
actor.
all time.
He's an underrated.
Underrated actor, but that's his own fault because he picks so many shitty movies.
Car Wash?
The hell is Car Wash?
You ever seen Car Wash? I'm an idiot. Car Wash.
Shark Tale?
Yeah, he worked at the car wash. He worked at the car wash.
I knew what you were talking about,
I
too.
don't know why I said car
Working
wash.
at the car
Yeah.
wash.
That's the best scene.
Shark Tale, one of the funniest lines ever is when the fish trips, when he's betting on all the
Oh
seahorses.
my god!
How do you
dude.
trip underwater? I actually like Shark Tale. But the trajectory of his career, just the choices that he's made. When was the last good Will Smith movie?
I don't care, man. He's happy.
Pursuit
See
of
him out there.
Happiness?
He's living his best life.
The one with the zombies. What the fuck was it?
I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Was that before or after Pursuit of Happiness? I think that was before.
I feel like they were all like
Was
in a
it?
3-year span
Yeah, they were.
where Will
He
Smith
put out
doing
heaters.
everything.
Oh, man.
Just
Men in
putting out
Black
heater
is
after
still one of
heater.
my favorites, yeah. He was such a great movie star. He wasn't
still is.
starring.
He was The Rock.
He's a top 5, like I think, recognizable actor. Like everyone knows Will Smith.
But
He might
yeah,
be
he
number
was The
one.
Rock before The
Everyone
Rock.
fucking
Yeah.
knows Will Smith, and I don't know. He's happy. He seems like generally one of the nicest people on earth. You see him on his YouTube.
You follow him on Twitter and Instagram?
I follow him on YouTube.
Just follow
He
his Instagram.
strikes me as a charismatic cult leader. There's something he's a little bit too happy.
You know what I always love? Like he's always putting up posts of like him in like Cancun, going skydiving, doing all this shit. He's like live your life, doing all this stuff. Like yeah, I would do that too if I can afford it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do all that
I
stuff.
had that
You
Will
wanna pick me
Smith
up?
money. I'd do.
Yeah.
I'd be going crazy too.
Yeah, I live my life.
Well, like him, like Tom Cruise, they kind of have this high on life persona.
Well, Tom
where
Cruise.
they're kind of just detached from reality.
You're also filthy rich and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of.
The average Joe like me can't do any of that
I don't
stuff.
trust Will Smith.
I trust.
I trust
him.
Jaden.
I trust him with my life. How about that?
He's a rapper.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll take a bullet for Will Smith.
Jaden Smith, the funniest tweet ever tweeted by a human being was when.
How could eyes be real if something like that?
That's amazing. How can eyes be real? No, how could mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? That's great. That's up there too. But the best tweet ever was when it was his 13th birthday, and he said, one of my friends came over to me and said, "Happy birthday. Happy 13th birthday." I looked up from the book that I was reading and said, "I've been 13 for a long time."
What?
See, I get that.
The weirdest, the
What a
best thing.
creep, dude.
I've been 13 for a long
Just say
time.
thanks.
He's amazing, but I don't trust the whole family. Yeah, let's move on. What else do we have here? Other big movie stories.
I think
Winter
the biggest
Soldier?
thing, Winter Soldier and Falcon limited series on the Marvel streaming servers.
Disney streaming service?
Yeah, Disney Marvel.
You just said, is that on purpose, the Marvel streaming service?
No, but kind of being like a Freudian slip. I don't know. Marvel, I don't even think that's a real.
That's what Freud was thinking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably the biggest news we had. If it wasn't for Teddy, that would have been the lead, but yeah.
Too bad.
Everybody
Oh,
gets
God.
one. Well, yeah, what do you
Pick
guys
your battles, Aaron.
What do you guys think about this?
this sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds fucking incredible,
and,
right?
I think it was Mark Andreyko was the writer of a comic that recently starred Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Is it a group effort or is it they getting their own separate series?
No, I think they're together, right?
That's
that was
awesome.
that was the announcement, and they have great chemistry together. Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, in the few scenes that they've had in Civil War. So this is once again, you're thinking the stories are going to be shrunk a little bit. They're become a little bit smaller, more personal because of the budget. But that's a good thing.
Could
And
it
they're
be?
not super powered. I guess
Yeah,
Winter
Bucky
Soldier
is,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the potential for this to be absolutely massive when you think about the implications of Chris Evans not coming back and the mantle of Captain America being vacant. And these are the two front runners,
You think Bucky's going to step in? Big
Falcon
Buck.
or Bucky. Or I think they're talking about different.
Captain Buck?
Yeah, they do it in the comics.
Okay.
They said they might cast a new Captain America, a female Captain America, or it could be Falcon, it could be Bucky. So it's gonna be interesting the way
Well,
it plays out.
Well, you think Captain Marvel will step into the role as Captain America?
No, it's kind of her own thing. I think it'll be one of the two. I'm leaning towards Falcon, and I think that would be probably the best choice because I kind of like Bucky the way he is. right now. Winter Soldier. Falcon's kind of been on the outside. He really hasn't much to do. So if you put him in this prominent role, I think, especially Anthony Mackie, his portrayal of the character, I think he can really do great things with it and keep Bucky as the White Wolf.
It's always great seeing those side characters come in too. Like whenever Bucky came in, it was always exciting. Whenever Falcon came in, it was like, oh yeah, Falcon. Like it's cool. Like we're gonna get more insight on them and more focus on Bucky and
yeah. I hope it's just
Falcon.
more. It's gonna be grounded, like a smaller scope, maybe just depending on everything hinges on Avengers Part 2.
Yeah.
So
I do like the idea of Chris Evans retires from the role and there is no other Captain America. Obviously, I think they're going to put somebody else in that role because he's become such a big name for them. But I kind of like the idea that that's Captain America, and there is no mantle. That's just who he was.
Well,
and then they retire it.
I like that too. Like you don't replace Captain America. Just someone else leads the team.
Yeah, I think Anthony Mackie, he talked about that at one point, but I think that's a little bit of him saying, "Give me the Falcon movie. Let's not compete with this for this role." Give him the Winter Soldier movie, but now hey, they're putting them together, giving them a show. So.
I wonder if maybe this show can hinge on who's getting the movie, like whoever gets some more backlash.
We're gonna have tryouts.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
make it fast.
If Bucky's getting more backlash, maybe they'll go with a Falcon movie. I mean, I also feel like either whoever gets the movie, it's just gonna be the same as Ant-Man in terms of money wise. Like I don't think it's gonna do that good regardless, just because it's one of those side characters.
Captain America is a more prominent name for the mainstream audience than Ant-Man, so I think it'll do better than that. But
if they did like Captain America Resurrection, that's a big ass movie.
Kidding me?
I just pre-ordered my tickets.
Yeah. Like that
That's
subtitle?
a tease, though.
Yeah. I'm great at making subtitles.
But there's so many different ways. Comics are just so vast, and there's so many different characters that portray. It could be anybody. And, the thing with Marvel is I can sleep at night and know that they'll make the right decision because they haven't been wrong on too many things. What a fucking... Time's a weird thing. 2 years ago, I'd have been fucking like, oh, they're probably going to mess it up.
2 years ago, I feel like you hated Marvel.
I didn't hate Marvel, but I just liked DC a lot more, and he would always make fun of me for that. So I had to get a little fanboy on him. That's what people do. They evolve.
Dude, this Disney service is going to be just heaters on it.
Oh, yeah. You have a lot of heaters.
I'm not buying it either, by the way. You're buying it, Aaron, and I'm mooching it off of you.
Oh, my
Why?
God.
Because you're mooching Hulu off of me.
Fair point.
I'm done paying. I'm the guy. I'm the...
Well, yeah, use your HBO Go. Bo's HBO Go. Your Hulu.
Well, no. My whole family is on my Hulu, my Netflix.
Are you paying for commercials? For no commercials?
Premium.
And Hulu, no
Ooh,
commercials.
I see you.
I don't do commercials, dog.
Big
I ain't got
baller.
time for that. It's
What's
like
the
$2
point?
extra.
Yeah, what's the point of having a streaming service? There's going to be commercials.
When I logged in for the first time, it's like Hulu Premium. I'm like, okay, I see you, Ted.
You go through all my like my list.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's just Seinfeld.
Okay.
You're acting like you have this prestigious list
No,
of
Seinfeld
films
and Pokemon.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. It's a good list.
You kidding me? Late night, you're eating food late night, eating dinner.
Oh.
Slap on some Seinfeld.
You always need like a 30-minute series to...
You're eating dinner. You're doing anything at home, really.
Well, yeah, because you can't really watch like a show you're getting into for the first time. You throw in the
Exactly,
the Parks and Rec,
dude.
The
That's all
Office, and you eat. You have a nice meal. It's a hell of a half hour.
Yeah.
But you always, and two, you need something to offset like the hour-long dramas. You watch a couple episodes of that, pop on Curb for a couple episodes.
Yeah, it's a good 30-minute eat, not really paying attention, checking the phone, that type of show.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on here. I think we're all excited for the Winter Soldier and Bucky show. I mean, no, he is Bucky and Falcon. That's the duo. And our next news here today is a story that's kind of confusing. Apparently, there's going to be a sequel for the Gladiator movie. Ridley Scott's Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe, that came out in the year 2000. I don't know if Ridley Scott remembers how that movie ended.
I don't. I was gonna ask you guys how it ended.
He's like, let's fuck it. Let's do another one. Ridley,
Is Russell in it?
he dies at the end. And
Okay,
he becomes
so he's
like
not in
he
it.
becomes like a ghost. Ghost Gladiator?
Okay.
Where he has to go to heaven, but in order to get in,
He has to go back to Earth.
St. Peter's like, you got to
There's
take
going to be tryouts again.
Peter's got his crew of all-time great gladiators, and he has to get through them.
They're all dressed like a bunch of 1960s musical gang. It's like they're all wearing leather jackets, chewing on toothpicks.
I mean, he could do a different
Hey, you new here?
new cast, different
I'm not too
different
happy.
story.
About it. Are you?
You
I'm
don't
not,
even remember the first one.
no, I love.
you like
it.
Gladiator?
I forgot how it ended.
Yeah,
I love
do.
Gladiator
Gladiator.
was awesome.
Yeah,
man.
Gladiator's great.
I'm not too. I don't know.
But like, you have no Joaquin Phoenix, no Russell Crowe. Those were like, that's what made the movie. Of course, like the action and everything was great, but those two performances are really synonymous with just great films.
How do you do a
Ridley
sequel?
Scott is going to direct it, right?
He's developing it. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not
Well, he
sure.
did that for Blade Runner. It worked out. But Blade Runner is a story where you can imagine that there's more story to be had. I hate sequels like this. Gladiator 2.
It's kind of like, yeah.
Just let it be.
Nostalgia
what it
for
is.
everyone. It's gonna be like a.
Not even. It feels like they're just
There you
trying to, like they're mooching. They're
Son
doing
of the
Hulu
Gladiator.
mooch. Yeah, Son of the Gladiator would be so. Well, his son's dead too.
Well, that was like Son of the Mask. Jamie Kennedy vehicle.
Don't talk bad about Son of the Mask.
Really?
No, I hate that. Fun fact: The Mask was the first movie I ever bought on DVD. So,
Well, it's
still such a funny scene when they're pulling out all the weapons from his bag. And he's got the giant bazooka. He's like, I got a permit for that.
DVDs, man.
It's like what you said before when we talking about Game of Thrones. Like if they do, I forget what scenario it was, but you're just gonna watch it because it's Game of Thrones. You know, they're just, like, taking
Gladiator
advantage
doesn't.
of you.
It doesn't hold that much weight anymore. I feel like, especially with the younger audience, people are like, oh, Gladiator.
More like us.
That's the. You know,
Well, maybe it's another
thumbs
story.
up movie.
It could very well just be.
Yeah, it has to be at this point, but
I'm thinking you do a prequel. Nah. Nah. I'm reaching.
You know what? Never mind.
young Joaquin, but he looks older.
Yeah,
somehow.
de-age him. The de-aging technology.
Marvel's got it.
All right, so what's our next story here? I think we're talking about Ewan McGregor, cast in the new Birds of Prey movie that's coming out, starring Margot Robbie, that's kind of it, right? Is Jared Leto in that?
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Batgirl's supposed to be in it. Selena Kyle, Catwoman, all those characters. Black Canary. I think they were talking about Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was dating Ewan McGregor, but he was cast as Black Mask, the main villain for this movie. What do you guys think about this casting?
I love Ewan McGregor as an actor, but the only experiences I've had with Black Mask is through the video games and a couple of the animated movies. So, I mean, I kind of enjoyed him in there, but I don't really remember him too much, but I think he was fine. I think it's more of the actor portraying him rather than the character itself. So I have faith that it could be a good incarnation of this character.
Yeah, nobody cared who he was till he put on the mask anyway. So if he's good enough, if he's a good villain, then yeah. I mean, Ewan McGregor, if he's signing up for this movie too.
It's like a mob boss, right? Rich, though. He's
yeah.
Was it Sionis, right?
Yeah, that's his company, right?
Yeah, kind of like that though, because when it's a character it's a villain that's lesser known, you can kind of put your own spin on it while still being faithful to its origins and keeping the comic fans happy. There's more of a freedom to kind of do what you want to a new audience.
Yeah, he's a crime boss, so let's just make him fun. Ted?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Got your Ewan McGregor here. You ever
What?
see Trainspotting, Ted?
What movies is he in?
Trainspotting. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, no shit.
He fought Habib.
McGregor?
Yeah. I was doing a little Irish rather than Scottish.
Yeah.
They both sound the same to me.
Stupid American.
It's a weird movie, though. I don't know what's going on with DC.
It's such a
I
mess.
still don't. Yeah, it's unfortunate that
Still is a mess.
But it's my mess, so watch your fucking mouth when you talk about it.
Jesus fucking Christ! It's DC's got a face that only a mother could love, and
Or a monkey.
or
That's
a
not
monkey.
bad.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
You never heard that before?
No.
Just let him think that I made it up.
I feel like there's like a there's a vast number of
If you didn't say that, I would have thought that.
vast number of sayings that Teddy's never heard before that we're just gonna find out as the podcast progresses.
Well, you know they
Years
say
to come, we'll just be saying all this like, wow, did you just make that up?
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I like that.
I feel like
I like those aphorisms.
you think of that?
I'm full of aphorisms.
I
Ted.
feel like the more time I'm spending with you guys, the more you're gonna start finding out about me.
Wait,
I
us?
don't like it.
We've known you for like
we know
a
enough.
decade.
Yeah, but how much do we actually sit down and talk? Besides, like,
Every
well,
week.
I'm saying, like, but we just started doing this like a year and a half ago.
Well, are you like a charismatic socialite that's hiding a dark secret?
I'm not.
Okay. Well, you're charismatic. I'll give you that. You got some charm.
I have some secrets.
I'll tell you what. You made a great point the other day when you said every English person is charming.
They are,
That
man.
if you have an English accent, you're just automatically charming.
It's a fact.
What's the best accent?
I want to learn one.
I was watching Hunt for the Wilder People the other night.
That's a great accent.
Oh, fucking Australian?
New Zealand.
New Zealand? Whatever. It's not the same.
No. What?
Close enough, right? Well, anyway, whatever that was. I'm more-
Idiot.
It's Korg.
Yeah,
It's
I
New
know.
Zealand.
I know. It's great.
Going on this big shit. Want to come? My favorite accent has to be Irish. I love those Irish. Talking in their Irish brogue. You got your Guinness and you got your lassies and your laddies and all that good stuff.
Any European accent is a fucking great
I
accent.
like the Southern accent too. You know, got a little Southern.
Well, apparently,
ever since I've been playing Red Dead, I've been talking like this.
a buddy of mine from work is from Europe, and he said if Americans come over there, our accent is like what a European accent would be over here.
And it's weird too that English actors have a much easier time doing the American accent than we have doing the English accent.
It's so crazy, like when they can go from talking like an American, and then when they start talking normal, it's
That's some of the biggest
English.
like
It's
mind
fucking-
fucks ever.
It is, dude.
When you get the accidental like, oh, they're not American.
Yeah.
Testament to their performances, but there's always like every time you see an actor, you're like, wait a second. I think Daniel Kaluuya. Did I say that right?
Oh yeah, Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya, yeah.
He's got a great American accent.
When I first saw his first interview, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
I'm trying to think of who has the best American accent in any. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh,
obviously
he's amazing. That's easy.
is flawless. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman in the Dark Knight. I mean, his American accent.
Christian
is
Bale
just-
too.
Christian Bale, yeah. But Christian Bale, you could tell that he's
Oh my god,
he's hiding
I
it a
didn't know
little
that.
bit if you really listen.
Are you serious?
Wow.
That he's English.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too? When he was promoting Batman Begins, he kept the American accent during promotion. So he just in interviews he would talk with an American accent.
I gotta hear it now. I gotta look him up.
You know who looks like she has a great English accent? Emma Stone in The Favorite.
She did one.
She sounded like she nailed that.
She did one in Maniac too.
She's excellent, man. How
I
good
can't
does
wait
The Favorite look?
That looks so good.
That looks like it's going to be my favorite movie of the year.
You said that, and I feel like Nash is like, really?
Looks so good. Every line in that trailer was like perfect. And that director, he's really good. If anybody's seen like The Lobster or Dogtooth, even though I didn't love The Lobster, but Dogtooth is excellent. And
Lobster in general is overrated. The food?
let's hold your horses. Did you see The Killing of a Sacred Deer?
No.
That's good too. Black Mask, yeah. Ewan McGregor, what an actor.
I was gonna say, are you guys done?
We saw Suspiria last night.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was
It was the
Nash,
best fucking movie I've ever seen.
something, man. People are going to love it or hate it, but definitely go see it. It's one of those films that you have to see just to experience. You can't really like review it.
It's definitely
What's it about?
mind-blowing.
It's
Short.
nah, it's not important.
It's about a troupe of ballet dancers.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It is.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look it up.
It's about a girl who gets accepted into a ballet group in
Nothing
Germany.
you say right now is gonna convince me. I think you're lying.
You want to make a money bet?
I feel like you're bluffing. Right now.
$100.
No.
Take it, buddy, take it. Did you guys know Henry Cavill was English
Yes.
before Superman, like Man of Steel era?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty. Did you think that, Teddy, when you saw Man of Steel?
Plead the fifth.
Well, anyway, first look of him.
If I
as,
said yeah, you weren't gonna believe me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't believe half the shit you say. I just go along with it.
All right.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's how I want it.
Well, Henry Cavill. First look of him in the Witcher series. Netflix's Witcher.
Ruined the show for me.
Really?
Show's ruined.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
That was the reaction to the internet.
Dude, he looks straight. He would have been a perfect Rhaegar. I tweeted that. Like, he looks just like a Targaryen. And
A lot of people said he should have played Robert Baratheon in a prequel.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
The dark hair.
yeah. But with the silver hair, he looked so Targaryen.
Guy's a stud, man.
People were saying Legolas, Targaryen.
But where's the scar?
Where is the scar?
Where's the beard? Maybe we're going to see how he got those scars.
Please stop. You're unreal today. I don't know. Like when you see, it always happens when a casting is announced, a big character, you get the fan art. The fan art looks so much better than this, but they just slapped a wig on him. I feel like it's not the final look.
Yeah, it's also like test footage from probably the first day on set.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
this
but either
on.
way, if that's what they're starting with, that's fucking
Some of
phenomenal.
the comments, though, this is just not working for me. It's ruined.
What's
I
the guy's
can't
name
watch
he's
it.
playing?
Geralt.
Geralt.
Of Rivia.
Hashtag not my Geralt.
Not my Geralt.
Is there a reason why they're saying that? Like, did they break continuity with something? Did they?
Teddy, I don't know if you know this about big fandoms. They
What?
tend to hate everything.
I guess, but I don't know what that peak would make you hate about it.
Yeah,
There's nothing to hate
literally
about
nothing. The guy stares into the camera and then he takes a drink.
You kidding me?
No, he drinks with his left hand.
Oh, yeah. Well, Geralt is
Idiots.
right-handed. Where's Roach? That's his horse.
Where is Roach?
You're a big Roach guy?
Yeah.
Can you name 2 other characters in The Witcher?
I don't even know what the Witcher is. I've seen the pictures, and I know it's a video game, and I know Henry Cavill.
Checks
Do
all
I
box
know
for you.
Henry Cavill.
Oh boy,
It's a damn shame that he didn't get a fucking second movie.
every time Henry Cavill comes up, we have to just be sad that he's not Superman anymore.
It is. It's upsetting.
It's such a weird situation with that. But I to tell you the truth, I love the test footage. The wig looks fine. I like Henry Cavill. I think he's a badass. I think he's going to be good in the role. And the showrunner just sent out a tweet today where she was talking about how messy she was after the first day on set. To me, that's a good sign. She's like, oh, I got to clean the fucking mud out of my boots. It was disgusting. It was a long day. I'm like, yeah,
Getting dirty, you know?
Yeah.
In the trenches. I like
That's what
that.
I like to see. Disgusting. Bloody disgusting.
I looked at that sneak peek and I was like, this is it, Chief. I just called Chief and this is it.
What the fuck did that come from?
It's that saying everyone's saying.
Yeah,
I just talked to Chief and this is not it.
This is
verbal mean.
I did.
that might be the single worst timing for a joke.
Why?
They say comedy's all about timing. Oh my god.
God.
You know how pure that sounded?
It was so slow.
I can't even look at you, man.
You know where I was going with it, though, right? You know what I meant, right?
So you liked it?
I did.
It's fine, right?
I see nothing wrong with it.
Apparently you know Chief very well.
And he said
It's
this
a
is
close
it.
He said that was it?
Yeah.
Yo, Ted, this is it. As long as we're on the subject, my favorite Chief meme is it's like a car on a highway and there's an exit. And it's like, this is it, Chief. And it's like, this ain't it, Chief. And it's like the car's going to the exit. Like, this is it, Chief. All right, let's move on here to our next story. That's really it, right? That's all the stories we have?
Tony Collette.
Oh, Tony Collette cast in Knives Out.
This cast is getting fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like the greatest cast ever assembled.
I think he's like trying to like prove a point where it's like, oh, all you people who hated The Last Jedi and want to boycott me and not seeing my movies, I'm just gonna assemble the greatest cast ever and force you to
Suck
see
on
it.
I have an announcement to make. I'm ready to watch The Last Jedi again. I've accepted The Last Jedi as canon.
Wow.
I'm ready to move on. I think this is very mature of me.
I haven't seen it since the movies.
Well, the thing is, I haven't watched any of them since The Last Jedi because I wasn't able to. I
Weird
just
flex, but okay.
So I'm ready to
See,
go
I did
back.
something like that. That's what I was going for.
I'm ready to go back and what? That was it, Chief. I'm ready.
Damn it! You kidding me?
I'm ready to go back to the beginning and watch all of them and get to The Last Jedi and finish it and then be excited for episode 9. So, Knives Out, the cast, it's literally the dream team of 92. Ted, what do you think about it? Did you see Hereditary yet?
No.
You got to see that, man. You want to watch
I
it after
know.
this?
I wouldn't mind, yeah. Do you have it?
Yeah, I got it downstairs.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
All right.
Well, can we do it next time? I can't watch it. It's already 10 o'clock. Well, we'll do it. We'll get together sometime off camera.
No, I
you
got
know?
it. Nash was saying that he wants to see a weirder movie than Suspiria. Ooh, do I have a fucking movie to show that?
Is that the one you were going to show me and Teddy, but you never did?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Let's all get together one day.
I don't even want to tell you the
I'll
title.
bring
I
What's it about?
only have 3 seats downstairs. That's the thing.
What's it about?
Teddy can sit on the floor.
I'm not sitting on the floor.
Beanbag?
Don't fight. Who's this Nash guy? The big three.
Is this a way of pushing me out for what I said?
All right, so those are all our main topics for the day. What the hell?
Sorry.
And now we're going to some fan questions. We got some good ones today.
Hell yeah.
They were ready for the questions. First question comes from that one guy. Great follow on Twitter if you're not following him, at SoulSurge100. Which do you think is better?
Was he paying you?
Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049? They're both amazing, but I actually think I might prefer 2049. Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't see either.
Pick one. Pick one and stand by it.
49.
Better
More
title.
popular one.
Yeah. It's very... I like that title.
I do like the new Blade Runner better too. The first one's great, but it can wear a little bit on you. It's very drawn out. It's like when you hear the title Blade Runner and you hear what it's about, and you get what you got with Blade Runner. I love it, but it's good. But it's not 2049. I think 2049 is a masterpiece on every level.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
I think it's the big M. And I think with Blade Runner is amazing. I love
it
Blade
is.
Runner.
It's a little dull at times, but
The only point that where it gets dull for me is the ending where Roy Batty and
Don't spoil it.
you're not gonna fucking see it anyway.
you're not going to remember this either. When Deckard, when they're
What the
fighting.
fuck's that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean.
The fight at the end, the
No, I
cat
don't.
and mouse
Elaborate.
game. Can you? Yeah, but I think 2049 is better. It's Villeneuve is just. I love that guy. He's my favorite director working right now.
He's a master.
He's in my top 5 all time already. Next question here by Christian Eulenberg. He says if you each could choose 3 movies to define your personality, what would they be? It's a tough question.
That's hard.
That's weird. 'Cause that's like a deep. Like,
I wish
if
you
you
would've
want me
told
to
me
pick
earlier.
3 movies that I like, I guess 3 movies that kind of molded my love for film or in general would be I like Goodfellas, Superbad, and I'll throw Inglourious Bastards in there. But it's not really my personality. It's just 3 films that my personality is attracted to, as far as just the way they're made and their subject matter. And
His question was, what 3 movies define you, right?
Right. Your personality.
Superbad would be one that is my personality because that's my kind of humor. And I think it's just a relatable movie on every front. So
Mine.
When I talk about wanting, go ahead, Ted.
I would say Friday Night Lights,
Okay.
Dumb and Dumber,
Yes.
2 for 2.
Yes.
and Dark Knight Rises.
Aw.
I thought he was gonna say like Citizen Kane. Your personality. What do you think? You're like a Batman type?
Yeah, hero.
But then you're attaching yourself to a protagonist within the film rather than the film itself. There's so many different layers that it's hard to
I think he's just asking what movies define
attribute
you.
your personality.
I think you're just
See,
digging
as
too deep into it.
like when I think of myself, I feel like I don't know. It's hard to trace your own personality, and so you have to think of your faults, your strengths. I just my mind keeps going to like The Big Lebowski. I feel like that
God,
represents what's
fucking
going on
great
in my
movie.
head, where it's
What's like
that awkward style of humor, and
Yeah.
it's so not PC, and it's got a great story. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm.
I think you're both just overthinking it. I think it's just, you're just asking what 3
like-
movies are about
like I
you.
said before, yeah, no movie's about me.
No, you know what I mean. Like define you as a person. Like I played high school.
All
and
right, so
football
Big
guy.
Lebowski, Coach Carter.
Yeah, okay. I see that.
See, that's not just because you played basketball and you played
he
football.
loves basketball.
I do love Coach Carter though, and man, is that shit real? When you have to run sprints,
Yeah.
ran a lot of sprints, man.
So
Get
did
on
I.
the
Oh my
fucking
God.
line.
What was it?
Coach Carter, Big Lebowski. And
Working an 8.
Define me as a person. Yeah, I would say then like Iron Man, because it's my love for the superhero genre, and it's not my favorite superhero film, but it's this guy becoming a superhero, and I guess it's something that I
Well, that's what I
started
was-
the Marvel
Well,
universe.
that's what I was going for in the beginning when I said like Goodfellas, Superbad, and Inglourious Bastards. Those are like my 3 favorite, very different movies, but
yeah, but
my
these aren't my 3 favorite.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying like they're 3 of my favorite movies across different genres that resonate with my personal interest in film. They might
Okay.
not be my favorite, but those are 3 movies that you really you're losing me. I'm losing you,
No,
Ted.
no, it's just I just think you're getting a little
Well, all right,
too into
Superbad.
it.
What's the most depressing movie you can think of?
The
Star is Born?
Exorcist, Schindler's List,
Jeez.
and Shrek 2.
Oh damn, I won't put Shrek 2
That's
in my 3.
that's a triple feature right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question. Did any of you guys see Mandy with Nick Cage? What were your thoughts?
No,
Did you guys catch this?
I didn't.
I've heard it's
No.
great.
A podcast I listened to, they caught it and they all liked it. They said it was pretty good.
What's her name? Let's just recommend them to go listen to the podcast.
Lights Camera Podcast.
Yeah.
Check them out.
No free ads.
It's not a free ad. It's a good, nice little here.
No.
Don't say it
free
again, though.
ads.
Okay.
I love Nick Cage though, and I'm excited to check.
Said it was a
this
very
one out.
weird movie.
Yeah.
Like it's very Nick Cagey kind of like. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'll wait for the streaming services.
What's that whole plot line in Community when they're trying to figure out if he's the worst actor of all time or just the best actor of all time?
Community's funny.
And he goes on like this whole binge, like a bender of Nick Cage movies. He watches like every Nick Cage performance.
Community is low key a really funny show.
Nick, what was that movie? Knight Rider? Is that what it was?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah.
That's your go-to Nick Cage.
Ava Mendes, dude.
Oh yeah, she's like the perfect those like bad movies, like those action movies.
She makes
that,
it better just because she's in it.
Yeah, right. She's perfect. She was in like the second Fast and Furious.
She's perfect.
It's an Eva Mendes movie.
You guys
All right.
done?
And we didn't say who asked that question. It was Ryan Candy. Thanks, Ryan. Next question here is from Slim at KSMurph21.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the new Red Dead Redemption game, and any chance you guys will start doing game reviews?
I feel like it's something we always talk about but never happens.
It's something me and Teddy talk.
We were like, we had the wheels in motion. Then you thought you lost your wild, and we haven't gone back on it yet.
Oh my God, it was that night, right?
Yeah, we were ready to go to the store and buy the TV or the monitor.
Oh my fucking God, yeah. That
We're
was
like,
it.
oh, we can't go. I lost my wallet.
Well, I still haven't found it, so we have to push that back. It's actually on my shelf.
I'm like 3% in. It's good.
I heard nothing but good things.
It looks incredible.
It's amazing.
Everything I hear.
I'm on chapter 4 right now. I don't think it's better than GTA 5, but it's the most fun I've had playing a game since GTA 5. And it's up there. I mean, with Rockstar Games, they take so much time with their games. They slowly develop them. They want to get everything right. And it shows when you actually play the game. The amount of detail, the immersion, the setting, the
Very
graphics, the
cinematic,
lighting.
too.
Yeah, it makes me want to see them just make a movie.
Spider-Man or Red Dead?
Spider-Man looks like it has a lot more going on. Red Dead looks like it's a very slow burn to begin anyway.
I'm also not done with Red Dead, so... And
Okay.
a different type of game, too. It's almost hard to compare them.
Do
My
it.
bad.
Oh. Next question here from Nelso Kelso. Threw me off there. At Nelson Martinez. Which is better? Oh, boy. Sharp Objects or The Haunting of Hill House? Or are they both fantastic?
Well, they both are fantastic. Actually, it's kind of funny. Someone got a question from Rasmus Holm. He asked me a similar thing. Sharp Objects or Maniac, though.
What are you taking out of that?
Sharp Objects. They're all three of them are really good. But I think Hill House is close, but I think Sharp Objects is still my favorite show of the year so far.
Yeah, Sharp Objects was so good. I think Sharp Objects has a better ending. Hill House has a better beginning. But I think those first 6 episodes of Hill House, before I saw Suspiria, might be my favorite thing that I've seen all year. Those first 6 episodes are just flawless.
I think
that episode 6
yeah.
of Hill House
Yeah.
is, to me, it's better than any episode of Sharp Objects.
They're both very atmospheric, where they both look beautiful. There's just such a tension and such an ominous vibe throughout the whole series. And they're both really good. Maniac would be in third. I liked Maniac. Did you guys catch Maniac yet?
No, so I haven't seen
It
it.
was good.
No.
It was really good.
It's short, too, right?
Yeah, some episodes are like a half hour.
Ooh,
It's like
Ted
Really?
likes that.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
A show has like a 45-minute episode. You're like throwing a fit.
Yeah, it's true. I
It
can watch
changes
these
up.
on lunch, man. It's perfect.
but
I fall asleep when I go home, dude.
I'm not really a big horror guy, but Hill House was fantastic. I love a good horror, and that's what it is, good horror. But Sharp Objects is still number one for me.
All right, this is a good question for Ted, actually. From Sharn Parada. As Knicks fans, do you allow yourself to get into the hype of NBA free agency next year? Kyrie, Durant, etc.
Why is that the take?
Well, Ted's a
Like
sports
I-
guy.
Okay. I thought it was like a...
And just overall thoughts on the NBA season thus far.
Kyrie already said that he's not joining the Knicks. He's going to commit to Boston.
He said he's going to stay in Cleveland, too, but...
KD is not coming to the Knicks. I was more hyped up for Butler.
You don't think there's a
get
chance
fuck-
Durant comes here?
Get Jimmy Butler nowhere near the Knicks.
I already have my
Will you
Durant jersey for
Get
next
Jimmy
year.
Butler away from the Knicks?
Yeah.
Why?
You don't give a guy like that a max deal for 4 years. That's insane, especially when you're trying to rebuild. I think the best plan going forward would be to hopefully get a top 3 pick this year, maybe get like an RJ Barrett type. Hopefully Frank grows. Hopefully Kevin Knox shows some signs. You have a healthy Porzingis, then you lure that with the free agent
A
like
healthy Porzingis, who hasn't been healthy
Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant.
ever.
All right, thanks, Adrian Wojnarowski.
I'm just saying, that's my dream scenario.
Don't you think that they have a shot at Durant, though?
Yes.
It
I
feels
think,
like the lore of New York is similar to the lore that LeBron
If they
had
win
for
there, he's
LA.
going to stay. If they win, he's
No,
going to stay.
No, I think if he wins,
there's
it
no
will be...
lore for LeBron in LA. It's then they've won. They have their Kobe's, they have their Kareems, they have their Magics. LeBron's just another one. We don't have that forever guy. We have the Willis
Yeah,
Reeds,
Ewing.
the Walt
Well, that's why I'm
Frazier's,
saying
the
that Durant
Ewings.
would want to come here
Yeah, he can
to be the Kobe.
He doesn't
Yes.
fucking care about that.
Oh, dude, one championship in New York, their Statue of Liberty. See ya.
But even if
It's
we get
Durant's
the,
long ass
if we get
wingspan just
Durant,
holding up a
we're not getting a
basketball.
fucking chip. If we just get Durant, that's not going to happen.
Well, yeah,
Well,
you need
the
pieces.
Warriors are going to break up. It's pretty.
Tim
they can't-
Hardaway Jr. is having a great year so far. He's
It's
averaging like
out
25
of-
a game.
Trey Young's going on.
Have 9 games.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but out of like necessity and
Trey-
Not Trey
lack
Young,
of
Trey
talent
Burke.
of surrounding him. But
How long have we thought everybody was coming to New York?
I know.
mean, 2010 when LeBron didn't come,
He had a fucking Yankee hat on at a game.
I threw my remote
Kidding
against
me?
the wall, walked outside, and looked into the air and screamed.
no, but we'll get nobody. Porzingis will never be healthy again. And we'll
Exactly.
That's how it probably
We'll get a
will
top
happen.
3 pick, bust, and we'll just keep the wheels going.
Thoughts on the NBA season so far? Steph Curry is ridiculous.
I
Next
said this,
to get in the
I
sixth
said
spot.
this before, and I think you guys. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but Steph Curry. There's no player I'd rather have on my team for a single game if he's going to be on. If you guarantee me Steph Curry is going to be lights out, then there's no other player I would take over him.
In NBA history?
You can give me lights out Jordan, lights out LeBron, lights out Curry. I'm taking Curry. The way he can change a game in an instant with his 3-point shooting, he's the best shooter of all time.
Well,
and when he's on, he's unguardable and can fucking win a game in 2 minutes by himself. It's unreal.
I'd rather have Clay, a spot-up shooter. If he's on, I'd rather have that.
No way.
Curry can do so many more things. Clay's a better defender, but Curry is just an offensive wizard.
What gets me about Curry is the percentages.
Unreal.
He's taking 3-point shots. This year he's shooting like 54% from the field. I think he's over 50% from three.
Dude scored 50 points in 3 quarters.
He's averaging 33 points on 20 shots. That is unbelievably efficient.
The thing is, he's not consistent, so he's not like one of the...
more streaky than players of his caliber.
Obviously, LeBron, the Jordans, the players like that are better overall, but for one game, and you can tell me he's going to be at his absolute best, Steph Curry is unbelievable.
I remember seeing a soundbite of Kerr when he called timeout, and he pulls Curry aside, and he's like, how does it feel to be able to shoot like 13 threes a game? He's like, I would shoot like 10 threes, and if I missed one or two, I'd probably stop shooting.
Yeah.
Like, he has the green light to just fire away at will.
It just speaks to the new NBA.
No one says anything either. I feel like that team doesn't care either. If he just
there's so much talent around him. If he has a bad shooting night, all right, Durant. If Durant sucks, you have Clay. You know,
Clay sucks, you have Draymond. And if Draymond sucks, then you go with DeMarcus.
You have Andre Iguodala is like your 6th best player. It's ridiculous. All right, so final question here.
Wow, they really have Boogie too, huh?
He's not even playing.
He's not going to play until playoffs.
He's getting kicked out of games, and they're already like 9-1. It's ridiculous.
It's funny. His first official stat as a Warrior was a technical foul.
So in line with Boogie. All right, last question here from Isabella. Which TV series would be better as an animation?
Oh, hey yo, it's a question.
Any TV series? Breaking.
You know, I got one. Gonna be a little controversial, but I think I'm ready to say it.
What?
Game of Thrones.
Yes, it would.
That'd be a great thing to do.
And it's so good, but if you can get a animated Game of Thrones where you can hit every single plot point in the books and have, because the logistics of doing that on television is impossible. The budget wouldn't allow for it. But if you can get all that in animation and hit every point, it would be unreal.
We're going to that George R. R. Martin. It's the release of his new book, The Fire and Blood, and he's sitting down for a conversation.
When is that?
November 19th. Okay. We're going. If any of you guys are going, it's Jersey City at the Lowe's Landmark Theater, I think it's called. And I kind of, if I get the opportunity to ask him a question, I'm going to ask him, would you like to see the series, your books, be adapted verbatim 20 years down the line into an animated series where you can just do everything, like you said? And I think it would be the story would be served so perfectly in anime form because you don't have to worry about characters getting old, actors getting old. You don't have to worry about budget as much as you would with the live action. I think it will happen eventually. I think like 20 years down the line, get some distance in between the books and the show.
We're such different people.
You want it now?
No, because what I would ask him was like opposite, like little. It's so weird. I would be like, so in the show, Bran, before he knows that Rhaegar and Lyanna were officially married, but he knows that they are the parents of Jon, but Bran's supposed to be all-knowing and calls him Jon Sands, even though there's empirical evidence from both the book and the show that will show that he would still be either a Snow or a Rivers.
So you'd press him heavy?
No, Waters. He'd be a Waters. But he would probably still be a Snow. Because
he'd appreciate that question if the book was out.
Because of royal bastards, we have Bryden Rivers and Aegor Rivers,
right,
both born in King's Landing as a royal bastard, but took their mother's surname, regional surname, in the Riverlands to be Rivers, because you would think because they were born in King's Landing they would be Waters, but no.
You're looking at me like you think I know what you're talking about right now.
It doesn't matter where you're born, because one of the Voberan sand snakes were born, I think, in Old Town.
Doesn't matter.
They're
anything.
still sands.
You can lie as much as you want in Game of Thrones.
Stats, cut that, Mike.
I'm just saying.
Stats.
Brand's supposed to be all-knowing. Maybe connect some more dots.
Okay, so actually we have one more question.
I actually feel bad about how, because I don't think I made it clear enough.
Okay.
I didn't present my argument well enough. I was just trying to rush it for the podcast.
Well, we have one more question. From Caitlin Foster. You guys are my favorite podcasters and YouTubers. Oh, thanks, Kate. And you keep me sane with every upload. Thanks for the quality content. If I weren't gay, I would totally have a crush on Bo. That's really only why I read the question.
Okay.
It's very flattering. It's a shame, maybe in some alternate timeline where you know how the world works, parallel universes. You guys into the multiverse string theory ideas?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're into that?
Love it.
All right, I would love to know what would be your dream job for each of you.
Ooh.
You, huh?
I'm pretty torn on you too.
I feel like.
You're so jealous that I have this
I'm jealous.
hypothetical crush.
What do you have that's so special?
Yeah, that I don't.
What was the question again?
You're getting married.
It's the principle.
Yeah.
Each of you, your dream jobs, what would they be?
I'm living it right now. No.
I'm not.
It would probably,
Really?
it would probably be a probably an I
Who
don't
is
know.
astronaut?
I'm trying to fuck this.
An astronaut.
That shit's scary, man. What's like the job where I can do the least amount of work, make the most amount of money, but not be in the public eye? I want that.
Dream job?
I guess
Football
like
player.
That is your dream job, right?
Yeah.
I think mine. I've
could've
said
made
it
the
before.
I think
that-
basketball is the best sport to be fucking nice at. They make the most money too, and it's like
No, baseball, dude.
no,
You get the bag in
162
baseball, bro.
games. You make so much more in basketball. You don't even have to be that good.
They signed 10-year deals in baseball, dude.
But there's nothing like being a fucking able to ball and just be better than anyone, go head to head. And when you're going off in basketball, you're like the king. Twitter of the world, everyone loves you. But I would like to be like a, I don't know, like a shadow investor in the Fortune 500.
Okay.
What about you?
If I could go back and do everything, I'd want to be a psychologist.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I went to... Well,
Is that what you wanted to do as
I
well?
went to Nassau for... Well, I started going to Nassau
You took
for child
psychology 101. Oh, you know what inspired me too? Even kind of not inspired me. It kind of made me regret my decisions. Was watching Hill House and seeing Theodora becoming the psychologist, and I was like, that could have been me. But I also wanted to be like an empath as well, where I can sense people's emotions.
Like a ring? Like a
Like
mood ring?
a psychic?
No, like Theo.
Oh.
That she can feel the emotions,
Okay.
like Deanna Troi.
Let's
Star
see.
Trek. His was the most. Yeah, I mean, I would love to direct a movie. This is as close. This is like third what I'm doing right now.
I'm really surprised that you weren't like a GM for like the Knicks.
I would be a terrific GM, but I
No,
wouldn't
serious
want that
answer,
job.
probably like a writer. A lot of ideas trapped in this brain that I need to release to the world. And I'm restricted here.
Hopefully
what-
soon we can get some of that action with the shorts.
Yeah, no, it would be great. Christopher Hitchens once said that everybody has a book inside of them, but for most people, that's where it should stay.
I
Mine's
like it.
brewing.
I have a lot of ideas.
Like-
I've written they'll never be released, but like pages.
Well, that short story you showed me once, where it was they were going on
Oh yeah, it was
some alien excursion.
in college. We had to, I took an exploration of space class,
I did a quadruple take on that plot twist. I was like, "Can you do that,
and there was
Aaron?"
it was either you have a bonus thing where you can write a short story based on what you've learned that semester, or you could take the final. It's like, I guess I'll just write the story, even though it was an easy class. But I thought, yeah, it'd be fun to do that. I nailed it. It was like about.
You went the easy way out.
What do you mean?
What you did.
Oh no, I fucking
You
fight.
think you're trying
I
to
fight
get
clubbed my professor.
You think you're trying to get off like, yeah, I'll just write a book.
Well, anyway, it
Pass
was
the test.
about
I
prisoners
can't
being.
take a test.
It was about prisoners being taken from an alien planet, and it was about the journey to the home planet of the captors. Or,
Space Jam?
No, not Space Jam. It was a journey back to the planet of the home planet of the people who took them captive.
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
Whatever. It's a very character-driven, very character-driven story where I had to throw in like a
That
couple,
whole story relied on that last sentence.
I know, but I had to throw in a lot of fun. I had to throw in like a lot of fun facts about space, like it's like very specific, just to show the guy that I learned something, and he would give me a good grade. Like had the slingshot around the planet to get the gravitational pull boost to save fuel, and how they were
Apollo?
they were growing inches because in space you grow a little bit. I did
Oh,
like
The Martian.
I'd add in like facts like that.
Ah, damn it! There was a Martian. What did I say, Apollo?
Yeah, you said it.
Oh yeah, that's what I hate about The Martian too. I learned that in one semester of college, and they couldn't figure it out, and they had to wait for Childish Gambino to figure out you can slingshot to save fuel. By the way, anyway, but the twist was at the end that they were going back to Earth. The whole time you reading it, you were supposed to think that the Earth people were being captured,
Mm-hmm.
but I topsy-turvied that, flipped that.
You flipped it.
But it
You've
wouldn't.
never seen the original Planet of the Apes, right?
No,
No, you've never seen that movie.
I don't think. Why? That's the same movie.
Well, at the end when he sees the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah, but it's different.
not
though.
as interesting.
Yeah,
Isn't
But it wouldn't work.
Anything?
it wouldn't work on TV and.
That's a Family Guy where
Family Guy. damn
Brian
it.
writes a script and there's a joke from Seinfeld. He's like, I never seen that episode.
It only works.
No, that when he writes the book and Lois keeps saying it's
What movie is it? I think it's like Black Hawk Down or something like that. No, not that.
It only works in reading because if it was not shown on like film, you would notice like, oh, those are humans. My whole fucking shot. And I wanted an idea for a story too, but then I realized it was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
All right, folks, that's our podcast for today. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun one. I had fun recording it, and we'll see you next week.
later at Tell You Nerd Soup.
Oh, I was waiting for it. Wasn't going to end it.